Having Hicks & Baugh's drugstore in Uniontown means reliable, quality, and friendly service. Pharmacists Stephen Harper and Seth Miller are ready to answer your health questions and handle all your prescriptions. They offer free delivery, mail-out service, and accept all utility payments, all part of their good neighbor way of doing business. Visit Hicks & Baugh's at 304 Morgantown Street in Uniontown or call 724-437-2828. Open Monday to Friday, 9 to 6, and Saturday until 3.
Your local station, WMBS.
The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is Open Conversation today. Looking forward to chatting with you on this beautiful day. Sunny, 77 degrees. What a great day this is, and a great day to be alive, huh? Hey, What's on Your Mind brought to you by AR Roofing and Remodeling, Bright Stripes Seal Coating and Line Striping, Madewell Services, full lawn care and cleaning services. K2 Engineering, Coldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Realty, Hicks & Baugh's Drugstore, and Gary's Auto Sales. All righty, let's see. So President Trump has said that Iran has agreed to no nukes, but they could change their mind. So I think it's probably even money. Well, no, probably the odds are in favor of them changing their mind is my guess. All right, out in California, the big jungle primaries that took place yesterday, there is going to be a runoff on November 3rd. No candidate in either the governor's race or in the mayor's race in L.A. garnered 51% to out-and-out win. So out in L.A., incumbent Karen Bass to date has received 34.8% of the vote. Spencer Pratt, 30.4% of the vote. And Nathia Raymond, 22.3%. No, actually, I think she got just an actual 22%. So only 63.1% of the vote has been counted so far. And, California, we're not going to go until sometime next week what the final tallies are. Because in California, mail-in ballots don't have to be received for like another week. Unbelievable. So Karen Bass at this point, will go up against incumbent Democrat against Republican Spencer Pratt. In the governor's race, Gavin Newsom is term limited, so a whole bunch of people on the ballot. You know what? I should have counted. I think it was in the 20s that I saw on the ballot. But Republican Steve Hilton is to date the top vote getter at 27.8% of the vote. Xavier Becerra, former Attorney General for California, and also I think he was Secretary of Health and Human Services in the Biden administration. He came in second at 25.4% of the vote. Billionaire Tom Steyer, who's spent buku bucks, came in third, 19.6% of the vote. And then Chad Bianco, former sheriff, I think, for L.A., 11.3%, a Republican there. So, again, as it stands now, after only 57.5% of the vote statewide has come in, Steve Hilton and Xavier Becerra will face off in the general election on November 3rd. So residents of California will have an actual, choice in governing philosophies to choose from. All right, if you're thinking of relocating to Florida, you might want to do so by the end of the year, because the state legislature, it's not a done deal yet, but it's heading in that direction, is, not exactly eliminating non-school related property taxes, but they're coming darn close to it. Right now in Florida, the first $50,000 of your home is tax exempt. So if your house is worth $100,000, you only get taxed on $50,000 because $50,000 is taken off. If this legislation is passed, next year, that $50,000 will increase to $150,000, and the following year, it will increase to $250,000 exemption on your non-school property taxes. Now, this is where I say you might want to get in there before the end of the year, because if you move down to Florida January 1st, 2027, well, you're going to have to wait 4 years before you start getting the full $250,000 exemption. So just wanted to, make you aware of that. There's been some discussion on this show about the almost $2 billion anti-weaponization fund that President Trump announced a couple weeks ago. It was for people that were potentially targeted by the government in investigations. It was part of a settlement that the president made with the Treasury Department and IRS over the IRS, somebody releasing his tax returns. So a lot of it had to deal with this anti-weaponization fund. People that were accused, wrongly accused, targeted, that type of thing. Concerns were that rioters from January 6th would be eligible for this. And so the acting Attorney General, Todd Blanche, along with Senate Republicans, because Senate Republicans were fighting against this too. They were threatening to withhold ICE funding, believe it or not, if this $2 billion anti-weaponization fund wasn't withdrawn. Well, Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche has said, yeah, it's being withdrawn. It's not going to take place. Chuck Schumer, the Senate Minority Leader, has said, well, since Todd Blanche said this, he assumes that the president is on board with this as well. So there's still concern by Senate Republicans that it might come back in some other form. So they're looking for assurances still that that won't take place. But it looks like that is gone. Finally, I have mentioned that in the past that Ford has not been, Ford manufacturing cars, trucks, has not been having a very good past few years when it comes to recalls. Well, they've just issued a new one, and this one, listen up, because I see a ton of them on the road. Ford has issued a do not drive advisory and safety recall on the 2021 through 2026 Bronco Sport model and the 2022 to 2026 Maverick pickup, all Maverick models. They say a lower control arm ball joint may have been installed incorrectly at the factory, which means it could become undone while driving, causing an accident. So an immediate do not drive advisory for the Bronco Sport. This affects, I guess in the overall small amount, only 4,653 vehicles. But if you're an owner of one of those 4,653 vehicles, this, I am sure, is going to be a very large inconvenience. Ford has said that any repairs will be carried by them. Depending on the dealership, some dealerships are sending technicians out to your house to inspect there for you. They are allowing, I think it was a $250 allowance to tow your car, have your car towed, your Bronco or your Maverick towed to a dealership for inspection. And if it ends up needing repair, they have authorized up to 30 days of a rental car. So there you go. That's pretty much what's on my list right now. If there's something else you want to chat about, by all means, give me a call. I'd love to chat with you, whether it's about trivia, whether it's about fun facts. I don't know. You want to talk about Yeti? Okay, we can do that as well. Whatever's on your mind today, love to chat about. So give me a buzz. Both lines are open, 724-438-4593. Do want to remind everybody that tonight is the town hall meeting out at Penn State, starting from 6 to 8 o'clock. Apparently, it is now sold out. No more seats available. WMBS will be there, however, live streaming this town hall. So you can tune into our Facebook page starting at 6 o'clock or our YouTube channel and follow what is going on. I will be there along with Brian, and I think Kendall's going to be there. Paul's going to be there, maybe a few other ones. So I got a feeling that come Friday, the three of us, we're going to be sitting down here in the station, trading thoughts and passing some information on to you as well. Also tonight, so and it kind of, you know, if you're live streaming, well, we've got Pirate Baseball coming up at tonight, 7:45 is pregame. So if you like pregame, well, I'll leave it up to you whether you want to leave the live streaming to hear the pregame. If you want to watch all the live stream of the town hall, 8:10 is first pitch. So there you go. That's later tonight on WMBS. 724-438-4593. Let's get our first call of the afternoon. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hey, Russ, Skipper.
Hey, Skipper.
I got a little different voice today. I had a bad chest cold and sore throats, but I have a lot of friends that got it too. It's real bad. Hopefully you don't get it through the waves here.
Thank you.
Yeah, keep your face back from whatever you're there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a little bit fired up. I drank some Starbucks iced vanilla latte, light coffee. I don't normally do caffeine, so I'm a little bit fired up here today.
Go for it.
Hey, I was real excited. I read the paper today again, or it was yesterday, that they blew up another drug boat. That makes 205 people dead that our government has blew up in the middle of the ocean from the Caribbean or the South Pacific, coming up from the Pacific.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then that's what they did with Venezuela, you know, that drug state there stopped a lot of that. But, you know, I'm real happy about this. I have so many friends that their kids have died from addiction, and I know that the numbers say that 100,000 people per year in the United States die due to addiction. And that's a million. I'm sorry, 100. It's a million people in the last 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking at today's paper, something interesting. I know you probably don't read it, but says U.S. job openings climbed to 7.6 million open in the United States in April. 7.6 million jobs are open.
Okay.
But it also says, I want to read this little paragraph. The United States also doesn't need as many new jobs because Trump stopped immigration, and the baby boomers are retiring. So we're even coming to a breaking point. The number of new jobs needed to every month to keep unemployment stable has dropped to near zero for the first time in the last month or 2 or 3 years. So that's a good thing. But there would be another million young people in the workforce if it wasn't due to drug addiction.
Yep.
And I'm sad. It's not going to stop, but it is slowing down. Thank God. I don't have to hear a lot of mothers cry in Fayette County as much as I did last year and the year before. I'm a little bit upset with Biden, probably the worst president I think that ever could be, that has, hurt our country by opening up the borders and letting that crap come through here. And I'm so glad that we got a president that is going in the worldly view and doing what he's supposed to do, is protecting us from those type of people.
Yeah.
So I'm a little happy about seeing another boat blew up. Whenever this first started happening, how many people there was there say, "Oh, you can't shoot boats without having it okayed first."
Mm-hmm.
That's crap. Other countries don't.
I look at it this way: how stupid are they to be able to continue doing it? If you know there's a good chance your boat's going to be blown out of the water, why are you continuing to do it? So, put the blame on them.
Well, it's slowing down the blow-ups because they're starting to get the message.
Sure.
But, there was other ways they get through that. But whenever we close the border, I mean, that helps significantly. I said this before on the show, and I won't go on too much more about it, but there's a professor at WVU College. He, of literature, wrote 2 books on the cartel in Mexico. They were so bold, he went down there, interviewed them, and he wrote 2 books. I'm not kidding you. My professor up at WVU, my doctor, he has them on his desk because he deals with addiction nationally.
Okay.
The head of the state of West Virginia, and he showed these to me. And I read part of them. But anyways, he interviewed the cartel, and he showed exactly how they bring it out of Mexico, and they go up the Ohio River Valley into West Virginia, and then they distribute from there. And that's why the opiate epidemic was so strong whenever Obama was in there. He flew down to Huntington area by Charleston and gave him $400 million and said, do something. But my point is, they left the border open even after Obama. Remember whenever Obama told Biden to shut the hell up, just sit back? He didn't do much, but whenever Biden got in there, he did the opposite. Obama tried not to screw anything up. Biden did worse, and he opened up our borders and let this in to kill all of our kids. And I'm really passionate about this, and so I'm really glad. But that book, you ought to read them.
Okay.
They showed exactly what city and exactly how they were that bold because the government down there, they're run by the cartel. They're not afraid of the government at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm real fired up because of the Starbucks, but also because we're starting to put the war on these on the drugs coming to the United States. Thank you, Lord.
They've said that the number of overdose deaths in this country is the equivalent to a jet airliner crashing every day. And if that were to happen for real in the airline industry, our government would be investigating something fierce, and they'd be putting an end to that. They'd be finding the cause, and they'd fix it. But not until did Mr. Trump come along. Excuse me. Did they start doing something? And shutting the border was a good step. China is somewhat more on board anyway with stopping the flow of the chemicals needed to make fentanyl. So I'm just excited about that.
I hope they blow another one up if it tries to come in today and every day.
Yep.
I have at least 20 friends that their kids have all died young from addiction.
Far too many.
Thank God that Trump is doing something about it. Thank you very much.
All right, Skipper. Thanks for your call.
All right, God bless. Bye-bye.
Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hello, Mr. Rhodes. How are you doing today?
Good, John. You?
I can't complain. Hey, listen, if the last caller wants to really understand the facts behind the drug addiction that's been going on for the last, say, 20 years. I would encourage him to Google the opioid settlement agreement. And what the opioid settlement agreement does, it's about a $88 to $90 billion settlement that will be paid to the various states due to the impact of opioid addiction.
Yes.
Now, when you read
the county has received a large amount of money for that.
Right,
I forget.
exactly.
I want to say 10 million, but I'm not sure that's correct. So don't quote me.
Yeah, well, it was, I think in total it was close to $90 billion settlement. Okay, so when you read the opioid settlement, you won't see anything about drug boats or Chinese fentanyl or smugglers across the border. What you will see is that an American pharmacy company, Purdue Pharma, run by an American family, the Sackler family, and was responsible for the production of what they claimed was non-addictive opioids.
Mm-hmm. No,
that was a lie.
I understand all of that.
That was a lie.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you want to look at drug dealers, you will see that drug companies like Walmart Pharmacy and CVS Pharmacy were responsible for filling these prescriptions as fast as they could get them out the door.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to talk about people who were pushing this drug, you want to recognize that this was American medical professionals, doctors, prescribing these drugs long after it was obvious that they were addictive. And in conclusion, this was an American-made problem.
Okay,
This was not due to outside forces.
But John, let me add to that, which is not in there. Okay, so once the U.S. got smart about all of this and realized what was coming on, they worked to put an end to it. So stricter controls went into.
How many years, Mr. Rhodes?
I'm not talking about how many years. So.
Well, that's important.
But what I'm saying is important as well. So once the United States got serious about this and started putting new parameters on when you could refill a prescription, how many you could get at a time, blah, 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 and it came to a point when, okay, you're done, there's no more prescriptions available to you, that's when things went to the streets and the black market. So now you get to start talking about the importation, the smuggling of illegal drugs.
Okay, but I'm talking about the genesis of the American opioid addiction problem. The genesis of it was a good old United States. It was.
Yes, so it was. And then the cartels capitalized. And the cartels capitalized on that, so we've gotten rid of the problem, or working on getting rid of the problem on the American side. Now we're working on getting rid of the problem on the smuggling side.
Okay. Now, but that was almost 20 years. 20 years in the making of American pharma, American doctors, American victims. So we shouldn't be confused about how this problem started. That's all I got to say, bud. You have a good day.
You too, John. Have a good one. Hey, we got to take a quick little break. I'm behind schedule, so we will be right back after this.
The Garrett County Celtic Festival and Highlands Games return to Friendsville, Maryland this Saturday, June 6th. Experience incredible live music from Sean Healy, Shanty Irish, and Aurora Celtic, along with dance, athletics, interactive workshops, and more. Bring the whole family. Kids 12 and under get it free. It all happens this Saturday at the Friendsville Community Park. To learn more information and to grab tickets, go to gccelticfestival.org. That's gccelticfestival.org.
Take the fact book.
Caring for an aging parent or a loved one with medical needs? Fact.
Fayette Area Coordinated Transportation can help. Seniors 65 and older ride free on our fixed routes. People with disabilities get discounted shared rides. And if your loved one has medical assistance, their trips to doctors or treatment are covered under the shared ride program. Give them safe, reliable independence and yourself peace of mind. Call 724-628-RIDE or visit factbus.com. Fact, your community, your connection.
Route 21 Furniture, take the road to your perfect home.
Sleep well tonight. Try out a new mattress from Route 21 Furniture with a large selection of mattresses, all sizes and comfort levels, with great prices, free local delivery and setup, and financing options. Route 21 Furniture. Open weekdays 9 to 5, Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday noon to 4. 724-737-2222 or Route21Furniture.com.
Route 21 Furniture, take the road to your perfect home.
Warm weather means you'll be spending more time outside. So enjoy your deck or patio with retractable or fixed awnings from Lifetime Awnings. Made in the USA with manufacturer and customers guarantees, Lifetime Awnings products last. Lifetime Awnings is veteran-owned and operated with a 10% discount to all military veterans and their families. Call Lifetime Awnings 724-554-6067 or email John, the owner, at lifetimeawningsusa@gmail.com.
Do you enjoy luxury? Well, Live Casino wants to put you in the driver's seat. Ignite your drive and win a new Mercedes-Benz. Look for the specially marked slot machines near the cocktail bar and play daily for your chance to win. All it takes is one bet. Sit down, swipe in, and you could ride off in a new Mercedes-Benz GLC 300. Make your move at Live Casino, Route 30 at Westmoreland Mall. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has two convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Bortz Jr.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest, now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is Open Conversation today, 724-438-4593. Give me a buzz. Both lines are open. Looking forward to chatting with you, whatever the topic may be. So Florida looking to eliminate not all, but a lot of property taxes. Florida, for a number of years now, I don't know how many in a row, has been one of the leading states as far as population gain is concerned. So a lot of people migrating to Florida for various reasons. Could be the weather. It could be the fact that Florida does not have a personal income tax. It could be for employment purposes. You know, there's a whole bunch of things that makes Florida appealing to somebody looking to make a move. This just adds to it. I think it'd be very beneficial for states that aren't Florida to look at how they do it. You know, from all appearances anyway, I'm not a resident of Florida. I can't remember the last time I've been through the state of Florida. It's been quite some time since I was there. But as far as I can tell, Florida is meeting the needs of its residents. Yeah, there's taxes. There's always going. I don't know what their sales tax is. I don't know what their sales tax policy is. You know, here in Pennsylvania, food and clothing is not taxed. Pretty much everything else is when you buy it. I don't know what Florida's policy is. You know, Pennsylvania is a 6% sales tax in most places. Allegheny County, 7%. Philadelphia, 7 or 7.5%. I'm not sure. But mostly in Pennsylvania, 6%, where we are 6%. I don't know what Florida's policy is. But they've got to be doing something right for the number of people that are moving there. And of course, a sure sign of that is the number of representatives in Congress they've gained in the last 2 census undertakings. So you would think other states would take a look at that and say, what can we do to model Florida to entice people to come here, to entice businesses to come here? It's just a thought. It's just a thought. What do you think on that? You know, out in California, by the way, the state is a lot redder than you might think, and it votes Democrat because of the high population centers. The population centers of L.A. and Sacramento, San Jose, San Francisco, L.A. are all Democrat, and that's where the Democrat majority comes from out there. But if you look at a map on a map, most of California is red. So anyway, they're going to have a choice now. California has been one of the leading exporters of people in the last 10 years, as evidenced by they lost, I think it was 2 representatives in Congress this past census. Just a thought.
Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hello, Russ.
Yes, Mark.
Yeah, I just thought I'd call up since fill up the airways a little bit.
All righty.
Yeah, you know, Russ, these data centers, you know, they started putting them in like in Virginia and Georgia, you know, rather like affluent states, you know. I guess a little bit more educated and whatnot, but it just seemed like they want to embrace the what you call it, the brave new world. They're progressive, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But now that they've got them in, they've got the electric bill. Nobody wants these things around. That's what it's all about.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's all about. It's all about the electric bill.
You know, I think data centers myself are essential. You know, we are. We don't
want to fall behind China.
Yeah, we're turning into a largely technologically driven world.
Well, that's for sure. We're not industrial anymore. We're not coal mining. We're not making steel.
Well, industry's coming back, but you know we're still an information driven world. Let's put it that way. We're information driven.
Right.
And
right.
and so I understand the need, and I'm okay with that. And I'm okay with a data center being built next door to me, quite frankly. However, there are still a lot of concerns surrounding the development, the construction, the operation of data centers.
Yeah, right.
Which,
They bring it, now, 1,000 people working here, but those 1,000 people are from out of state.
well, yeah,
That's what I'm
and after and that's the construction workers, and after it's built,
Yeah.
well, I've read that
They leave 30, 40 jobs behind.
well, depending on big
Yeah.
ones, it can be up to 200 workers is what employees is what I'm reading.
Yeah. And we all got then we all get our electric bills jacked up. That's what
Exactly. Governor Shapiro is he's trying to make it that anybody coming into in Pennsylvania brings their own power source.
All right.
President Trump has said the same thing.
Right.
Nationwide,
Right.
he
Right.
thinks they should be bringing their own power with them. Okay,
Right.
that's step one. What we now have water problems.
Yeah.
They're going
we
through.
got now we got the state DEP involved.
Yeah, 5 million gallons a day, upwards of 5 million gallons a day, which is enough water to supply the city of Uniontown for a day. So 5 million at one location as opposed to 5 million for a whole city. There's that, and a bunch of that 5 million is lost through evaporation, so it doesn't even go back into the system somehow. Is what I'm reading, and then you've got noise pollution. Okay, that can be mitigated, but how do you go about doing that? So this is something, where I do think government right now, anyway, needs to get involved and needs to regulate somehow. All the different facets of it.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, Russ, I got a little story to tell you. This is not too long, I hope.
Not too long. I got to get a break.
Okay. About 10 years ago, they started building a power plant over there in Greene County.
Yes.
This power plant was a small one, but it involved the recycling of these dumps. It was like an 20%, how can you say it? Combination. 80% reclaimed coal, 20% coal out of the mine.
Okay.
Fresh.
All right.
And they had like a town hall meeting over there in Nemacolin at a building over there, a little town. And there was actually a panel from New York City from some environmental group. I remember there were 2 lawyers and a couple of other people, but they had their own little, place by themselves. They put up a table. They were separated from the crowd of 150. Everybody in that crowd was, I guess, especially for building the power plant. They wanted a power plant built, but these guys were all asking, questions. The engineer who was present from the company, they were pretty much against it, But in the end, Russ, these people, how can I say it? We in Fayette counties always seem to get what nobody else wants. And these people right there, that environmental group, they would cover Fayette and Greene County with solar farms, put a windmill on top of every hill, and stick us with every dam center we could. We all have to move to West Virginia.
Yeah.
That's what I think about those people. I mean, Russ, this country doesn't give squat about this little end of the state. I think there are probably politicians from from Philadelphia would let West Virginia annex Fayette and Greene County.
There you go.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, Russ,
hey,
that's
Mark.
it.
All right, Mark. Thanks for your call.
Bye-bye.
Appreciate it. Bye-bye.
Hey, we're going to take a quick little break. When we come back, well, guess what? We're going to close out hour 1 of What's on Your Mind together right after this.
Wind, hail, sudden leaks. When your roof takes a beating, we're here for you at AR Roofing and Remodeling. We're a locally and veteran-owned contractor available 24/7 for repairs. As an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor, we get the job done right. Call 724-550-3064 or visit arremodels.com for your free estimate.
AR Roofing, never settle.
Is your lawn getting shaggy? Weeds taking over? Maybe it's time for a full yard cleanup or fresh mulch and clean, crisp edges to bring your landscape back to life. Whatever your lawn needs, Z's Ground Control has you covered. They do it right the first time. Call 724-366-9150 today for your free estimate. Z's Ground Control. You grow it, we mow it. When you need notary services, trust the best. Sandy Howell Notary Services, back-to-back gold medal winner for Best Notary in Fayette County. They're here for you with extended hours to fit your schedule. Sandy Howell's also the 2025 gold medal winner for Best Title Company. Open Monday through Friday, 10 to 8:30, and Saturdays, 9 to 5. Call 724-564-8955 today for Sandy Howell Notary Services, where excellence is signed and sealed.
Bright Stripe, Bay County's premier asphalt seal coating professionals, locally owned by Matt and Lexi George. Bright Stripe specializes in residential and commercial asphalt seal coating, also excelling in line striping and layouts, thermoplastic, and infrared asphalt repair. Bright Stripe has succeeded due to their commitment to quality work for 30 years. Bright Stripe, 724-437-6090, or visit bright-stripe.com. BRITE-stripe.com.
Economy Furnace Heating and Air is your hometown HVAC team for America's 250th celebration of freedom. Celebrate the freedom to choose comfort and savings. When you call Economy, you get excellent service and local expertise that knows our weather and our neighbors. Celebrate freedom, family, and home comfort. Economy Furnace Heating and Air is proud to partner with Amana, an all-American-made company built on hardworking values and dependability. What's a birthday celebration without presents? Until July 4th, Economy Furnace is offering $250 off any air conditioner installation. In appreciation and gratitude, Economy Furnace Heating and Air is proud to offer all military veterans, with a valid ID, a 25% discount on a clean and tune or a needed repair. We are honored to serve our veterans. Call Economy Furnace at 724-438-4575 before the season heats up. Economy is ready to help today.
For economy, price, and quality service, call Economy Furnace.
It's spring, and everything is growing, and Madewell Services is here to help. They offer full lawn care service, including spring cleanups, mulching, landscaping and planting, weekly grass cutting, power washing, and more. Madewell Services also provides professional cleaning services for your home or office, moving in or out service, party cleanups, weekly cleanings, and junk removal. Licensed and insured for peace of mind. Call Madewell Services today at 724-912-1805. That's 724-912-1805 for a free estimate.
This is attorney Michael Mays of the Davis & Davis Law Firm. We have been helping injured people just like you recover millions of dollars for over 45 years. If you're hurt or injured, I want to meet you and make sure you get the money that you deserve. Call me at 724-437-2799 for your free consultation. The Davis & Davis Law Firm has been protecting our neighbors in Greene and Fayette counties for over 45 years. Go to davisanddavislaw.com or call 724-437-2799 for your free consultation.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. Open conversation today, 724-438-4593. We've got about 2.5 minutes to go until we hit our news break. So plenty of time for you to call me, 724-438-4593. So the newest vehicle recall by Ford. Admirable company, great company, been around since, the early 1900s. Fortune 500, probably even a Fortune 100, But the notoriety that they are getting in the last few years as far as recalls, just for me anyway, and I'm just wondering how you feel. Do you look at, when you go to purchase a car, and it's not like we go out and buy one every week or anything, or even every year. I certainly don't. Do you look at things such as reliability? And I think recalls fall under that category. I would, especially in my family, my wife and I, we have just the one car. You know, we made a decision a number of years ago that we really didn't need to. You know, yeah, it's an inconvenience at times. I will admit that. There's times when two are needed. But for the most part, we just need the one car. So as a result, I'm looking for reliability. I'm not so sure I'd be considering a Ford at any time in the near future. And I was just wondering if anybody else has that same idea, same train of thought when it comes to looking at a car. You know, with last year, it was what? I think it was like 20-some million recalls for Ford Motor Company. The next closest one was less than half that. So I'm just wondering. Hey, guess what? Yeah, we're at that point. We're at that point. The end of hour one. Fox News is just around the corner. They're going to bring you some news from around the world, around the country. And then TJ is going to sit in this very same chair and bring you the local news, sports, and weather. When he's all said and done, a few commercials, I'll come back in here and we'll have hour two of What's on Your Mind, open conversation. This is WMBS Uniontown. It is 2 o'clock.
New details on a hostage rescue on Lisa Brady. Fox News. Police in California just out with more on a 15-hour standoff that ended during pre-dawn hours with the suspect dead and 10 hostages rescued at a building in downtown Bakersfield.
Around 4:30 this morning, an FBI SWAT and special response team out of Quantico stormed this bank building in downtown Bakersfield, and they shot and killed this individual who had tied up 10 hostages. He himself had a bomb attached to his chest and had attached 5 bombs to 5 of the hostages as well. He also had put some IEDs within this building.
Fox's William LaJeunesse says officers initially responded to a bomb threat in a school superintendent's office. The 41-year-old suspect, now identified as Anthony Scott Harris, had been dishonorably discharged from the Army and convicted in 2014 of a sex act with a minor.
Sources tell me that the suspect believed he was wrongly prosecuted, and this may have been an act of defiance or protest.
Harris had requested court documents which were delivered to him during the standoff. Escalation in the Middle East with Iran hitting Bahrain and Kuwait overnight as the U.S. launched what CENTCOM calls defensive strikes, accusing Iran of targeting commercial ships.
According to Kuwaiti officials, at least one person was killed and 63 others were injured. Damage from that barrage of drones and missiles forced officials to close down one of the airport's terminals, but have since reopened it.
Fox's Jeff Paul in Dubai. President Trump telling the New York Post Pod Force One podcast Iran's new Ayatollah has been directly involved in talks.
He is giving approval because that's the way it has been for a long, long time. His father and then him, I guess it's a succession. But we seem to be getting along quite well.
He's denied reports Iran has stopped communicating. America is listening to Fox News.
If you want unlimited talk, text, and data on a crazy fast network, Big Wireless will sell it to you right now for as little as $70 a month. Or you can buy it from Pure Talk for half of that. I'm talking about unlimited talk, text, and unlimited data for just $34.99 a month. Stop paying the big guys twice what you need to. Dial pound 250, say my name. That's pound 250, micro, to switch to Pure Talk, where the savings are truly unlimited.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids Max Strength. Its dual-active formula has 1,500 milligrams of calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolaids spells powerful relief. 1,500 milligrams is our highest amount of antacid per tablet. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
And now former judge goes back to federal court in Wisconsin, trying again to have the case against her tossed out after being found guilty of obstructing immigration agents last year.
Former Milwaukee County Judge Hannah Dugan was convicted by a jury last year of obstructing ICE agents who were trying to take a criminally illegal immigrant who was in her court on a battery case into custody. She helped sneak the now deported man out a private door. Agents gave chase and arrested him. Dugan's defense team in new arguments asking a judge to reverse her conviction or for a new trial, a request previously denied by the same judge. Prosecutors are demanding the conviction stand. Dugan's sentencing for now on hold until a decision is made at a later date.
Fox's Jeff Benasso just getting word actor Shia LaBeouf pleads guilty to 3 counts of simple battery for punching people outside a New Orleans bar during Mardi Gras. No word yet on a sentence. The 9/11 Museum in New York City has a new fundraising campaign aimed at educating the millions of Americans too young to remember the September 11th attacks.
Roughly 100 million Americans have been born since the 9/11 terror attacks, and the September 11th Memorial and Museum wants to make sure they're educated about the event. So it has launched a $75 million fundraising campaign ahead of the 25th anniversary of the attacks. Museum chair and former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg has pledged to match the next $25 million in donations for the Never Forget Fund, which focuses on how the attacks inspired selfless acts of service and give basic facts through new on-site exhibits and classroom materials. It will also ensure that free museum access continues for students, first responders, and veterans. In New York City, Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
The attacks in 2001 killed nearly 3,000 people in New York, at the Pentagon, and in Pennsylvania, where one hijacked plane crashed as passengers fought back. A sell-off on Wall Street continues. The Dow's down 414. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News.
Now the local, district, and statewide news. Being brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer. Keeping you warm and cozy in winter and cool and comfortable in summer with a quality Bryant gas furnace or air conditioning system. And now the news.
Good afternoon. It's 2:05. It's sunny and 77 outside of our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios. Injured call today for your free consultation, 724-437-2799. Your local station, 590 AM, 101.1 FM, WMBS. I'm TJ DeStefano. We'll check sports and weather after the news. A Washington County veteran has a new roof thanks to the Owens Corning Roof Deployment Project. The initiative aims to install roof replacements for eligible veterans. Workers were out on Monday morning at the Houston home of Navy veteran Sean Bernard. The project has provided more than 800 roofs since it started in 2016. During Westmoreland County's May primary, fewer than 2% of Election Day voters, just 571 people, chose to use paper ballots over touchscreen machines because the county spent $18,000 to print and distribute the 84,000 paper ballots to all 306 precincts. Taxpayers effectively paid $31.52 for each paper vote cast. While Democratic County Commissioner Ted Cope has called the program a ridiculous waste of money, Republican commissioners are split on whether to continue offering the paper option this fall. Eaton Park will offer a free Smiley cookie with any purchase on Friday to celebrate 40 years of the iconic treat. This offer is available to all guests, both in restaurant and through the pickup window at all locations. The Smiley Cookie program began in 1986, becoming a distinctive part of Eaton Park's identity. Today, there are more than 8 million Smiley cookies produced annually. The U.S. is putting sanctions on Iran's largest cryptocurrency exchange. Here's more from Rory O'Neill.
In announcing the sanctions on Tuesday, the Treasury Department said that Nobatex is helping the Iranian government evade sanctions by processing hundreds of millions of dollars in crypto for the country's central bank. Nobatex is also accused of helping Iran's military, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. Nobatex, its chairman and co-founder, and 3 other exchanges are all included in this new round of sanctions. I'm Rory O'Neill.
WMBS time is 2:08. We'll have sports and weather after this.
439-2323. For 24-hour emergency service, call us when you need. We're Fayette's Heating and Air Conditioning, your service company.
When it's sweltering outside, you'll be cool inside with central air conditioning from Bryant, the people that know cool. And it's easy to have a central air conditioning system installed in your home. Simply call on your Bryant dealer, Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, located near the Laurel Mall on Route 119, north of Uniontown. The phone number is 439-2323. Let Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning rescue you from the sticky, humid summer weather. Remember that number for Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer, 439-2323.
Call Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, 439-2323, 439-2323, 439-2323.
In sports, Pirates will visit the Houston Astros tonight, game 2 of the series. Paul Skeens goes for the Pirates, who are 33-28 and have now won 4 in a row. We'll have the game on WMBS pregame 7:45. First pitch is 8:10 tonight. Day 2 of Steelers minicamp is complete. They'll wrap it up tomorrow at their team facility on the south side. Sunny, 80 for this afternoon, clear and 53 tonight. Mostly sunny tomorrow, 84. It'll be partly cloudy and 86 on Friday. Partly cloudy on Saturday, afternoon showers and storms, 82, and showers and 82 on Sunday. Right now, sunny and 77 outside the Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios at 2:10 on this Wednesday afternoon. I'm TJ DeStefano. Up next, hour 2 of What's on Your Mind with Russ Rhodes on WMBS.
The local, district, and statewide news has been brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer. Route 119 north of Uniontown, located near Laurel Mall. Phone 439-2323.
Sometimes you just can't hold it and have to answer nature's call. So whether you need to go number 2, evacuate the building or perform an exorcism, or if you just need to go number 1, make a pit stop, powder your nose, A1 Porta-Johns of Uniontown will make sure that when you need a place to do 1 or 2, a toilet is ready for you. For more information, call 724-557-2426 or follow them on Facebook. A1 Porta-Johns, a proud sponsor of the Heartland with Haley show.
If you are looking for a trusted local law firm with a strong commitment to their clients, look no further than Zebley Law Offices. Attorney Zebley has been practicing law in Fayette County for more than 4 decades. Although specializing in bankruptcy, Zebley also handles real estate matters, civil suits, collections, wills, powers of attorney, and more. If you need legal help, go with a name you recognize and trust. Call Zebley Law Offices today at 724-439-9200. Is your favorite chair at home starting to look like it's seen better days? Are the arms tearing away from years of use? I bet the footrest doesn't even work. What color is it, really? At this point, who knows? Wouldn't it be wonderful to get a brand new Lazy Boy recliner? Chesler's Fine Furniture on Route 51 north of Uniontown is your Lazy Boy recliner headquarters, with prices starting at just $429. You can nap in comfort in a recliner that's just right for you. Choose from fabrics or leather, manual or power, and some of our models have massage settings and power headrests too. The chairs are all in stock at Chesler's. There's surely one to fit your needs. If there's someone with special needs in your home, Chesler's has the largest selection of lift recliners in a variety of colors, sizes, and some with heat and massage settings in stock for immediate delivery. Credit terms are available. Chesler's Fine Furniture, where customers send their friends.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has 2 convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borge Jr.
Your local station, WMBS.
The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
Welcome back to Hour 2 of What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. We're going to continue with the open conversation this hour, 724-438-4593. Give me a call. I'm looking forward to chatting with you. Gary's Auto Sales is one of our sponsors. So is Hickson Baugh's Drugstore, Coldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Cabot. Yeah, we're going to try that one all over again. Coldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Realty. There we go. K2 Engineering, Madewell Services, full lawn care and cleaning services. Bright Stripe seal coating and line striping, and AR Roofing and Remodeling. All right, just to kind of go over my my talking points from the first hour. Again, they're mine. If you want to talk about something else, by all means, give me a buzz. Would love to hear from you. President Trump has said that Iran has agreed to no nukes. However, he added, they could change their mind. Let's see, out in California, some elections took place in their jungle primaries. Well, a lot of election for that, as a matter of fact, but two in particular, the mayor's race, where incumbent Karen Bass garnered 34.8% of the vote, and Spencer Pratt, the Republican in the race, 30.4%. The other Democrat, Nathaya Ramon, 22%. So Karen Bass and Spencer Pratt will face off in the November 3rd general election runoff. As of now, though, those numbers could change because only 63.1% of the vote is in. In the California governor's race, with only 57.5% counted so far. Republican candidate for governor, Steve Hilton, got 27.8% of the vote, and Xavier Becerra, 25.4%. Billionaire Tom Steyer came in third after spending $1 billion, is what's being reported anyway, at least several hundreds of millions of dollars. He got 19.6% of the vote, and Chad Bianco, former LA sheriff, 11.3%. Florida is looking to not necessarily eliminate, but drastically reduce non-school property taxes. If legislation passes, the current exemption of $50,000 will increase to $150,000 next year and $250,000 the following year. In order to qualify for that, you will have to be a resident of Florida by the end of this year. If you wait till January 1st, too bad. You'll have to wait an additional 4 years before you can claim the $250,000 exemption. Ford has issued a do not drive advisory and safety recall on the 2021 to 2026 Bronco Sport model and the 2022 to 2026 Maverick models. Say a lower control arm ball joint was incorrectly installed at the factory, and it may fail while driving, causing a possible accident. So an immediate do not drive advisory on some Ford products. The anti-government weaponization fund that was negotiated by President Trump with the IRS to the tune of almost $2 billion is coming to an end. Republicans in the Senate have objected to it, saying they were going to hold up ICE funding, basically, if it remained. And there was a lot of concerns about it, saying that those that were convicted of assaulting police officers in the January 6th riot, even though they were pardoned, they could theoretically apply for money from this fund, and that wasn't sitting too well with many people. So Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche said it's a done deal. It's over. It's going away. So that kind of takes care of my talking points. Would love to hear from you, whatever it might be on any of these. If there's something else you want to chat about, that's fine with me. If there's some trivia you want to go along with, or fun facts about something, that's all well and good. Would love to hear from you on that. We can also, well, there's Pirate Baseball we can talk about. And by the way, WMBS will be carrying tonight's game against the Houston Astros right here at 590 AM or 101.1 FM. 7:45 pregame with 8:10 as the first pitch. So that's Pirate Baseball tonight. Same schedule for tomorrow night, by the way, with the Pirates. So we can chat about that. Steeler minicamp on that for Steeler fans. May be happy that Myles Garrett was traded by the Cleveland Browns yesterday to the LA Rams, so they're out of the division. No longer have to face him twice a year. So if that's something you want to chat about, by all means, call me on that. Love to hear from you about that. Also, a reminder, and, well, just a reminder, tonight's town hall out of Penn State, I'm getting conflicting messages as to whether it's sold out or there's still space available for tonight's town hall concerning data centers. So it's now being billed as an informational meeting. We'll see. But starts at 6 o'clock at the McGurko Auditorium at Penn State, the Eberly campus up on, Lamont Furnace, I guess is technically the address for up there, right up on Route 119. So starts at 6, scheduled to go to 8 o'clock. If you can't make it in person, well, tune into the WMBS Facebook page. We'll be live streaming that event tonight. You can also see it on our YouTube page. So there you go. There is, a lot that needs to be learned for data centers. I'm starting to pick up some of the information. I'm sitting on a fence still. I see the good that data centers can do. I also see the downside of data centers. So it's a matter of, what's going to weigh the most, I guess, on that. So we can chat about your concerns. If you have any right now, we can talk about that. Be my guest. Phone number 724-438-4593. Both lines are open, by the way, so give me a buzz on that. The weather, 77 degrees outside, beautiful sky. It's a beautiful day. I hope you're able to get outside and partake in, the fresh air and whatever you want to do. So I hope you can get outside for a few minutes anyway, right? Get some vitamin D after a long winter of not having any. So, all right, 724-438-4593. What else do you want to chat about today, huh? I'm open for all kinds of stuff. A little trivia thing, so we'll kind of start it off on that. A lot of stick pens, pens that you write with. There's a cap. When you're not using it, you put the cap over the writing end of the pen, right, to save it so it doesn't, you don't inadvertently put ink on something that you don't want it to. There's A lot of cases, there's a little hole in the end of that cap. And do you know the reason being? So if you know that, you can give me a call. And if there's any other useless trivia you want to share with everybody else, I'm open to hear that. I'm always open for useless trivia because it can be fun. 724-438-4593. One line's open. Means I got a caller here.
Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hey, we're getting ready to celebrate our 250th anniversary.
We are.
And apparently history is useless. So, you know, why even bother with trivia? Well, I've been wondering, have you been hearing anything about the Dollar General going on the front lawn of the Craig Mansion?
No, other than the fact that I brought that up as a joke to somebody not too long ago.
Oh, and what was the joke?
You know, I wonder what they're going to do. Are they going to put up a Dollar General there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, have you talked to people about it? What are their feelings? You're sort of the man about town.
No, honestly, I just had a very short conversation. Somebody said it had been sold, and I asked if they knew what was going to take place there, and no, I have not. Beyond that, I don't know. I don't know, Franklin.
Well, interestingly enough, I don't think it's the done deal that some of our councilmen and the mayor like to call it.
Well, what's mayor and council have to do? Craig Mansion. I'm sorry, I got confused.
Yes.
I was thinking the one out in Hopwood. You know, that big mansion out there has been sold.
Oh yes, well that's a horse of a different color.
No, Craig Mansion. I have not heard anything about Craig Mansion itself. I apologize.
Well,
I got my buildings mixed up there.
Yes, well, the city council's meeting tomorrow, I believe, Thursday, and I would like people to show up who might be interested in opposing it, and I'll tell you why. The zoning commission, to my understanding, is being lobbied to sign off on the zoning. The zoning has not been finalized on that.
So bring me up
for the Dollar General.
So what you're saying then is construction has started without all the T's crossed and the I's dotted.
That's absolutely right.
Okay.
Yeah, the zoning commission meets, I believe, at 4 o'clock in City Hall, June 10th. But council will meet tomorrow, and if anybody would like to work with me on this, I'm thinking it can be stopped. But if people just like to talk, now I've heard a lot of people very angry about what's going on, but it's always, you know, somebody else can do the dirty work. Until the neighbors in Craig Meadows realize this is the end of their lifestyle, this is the end of their property valuation, and get mad and go down to City Hall and become active, it's going to happen. But the people who are developing it, Dale Malinsack and Company, are so confident that they have gone ahead without being sure that the zoning is in their court. They simply threatened the city to sue and sue and sue and sue until the city was broke. I don't think they could have done this. I think people on council and I think our lawyer, the city attorney, needed to show a little more backbone, although they did try, because the property had been misrepresented by the city engineer. He had said that it was zoned for, development to the owners when it hadn't been. It was pretty obvious from the city records it was never rezoned. In fact, it was purposefully excluded from the rezoning when the corner house where the chiropractor's office is now was zoned for light commercial. But I don't think people realize how devastating this is going to be. There's going to be a stoplight there. There's going to be an intersection. And this is going to be the beginning of the end of the last stable neighborhood in the city. So tomorrow, City Council meets, 5 o'clock? Show up. I'm going to try to speak. Introduce yourself to me if you're a stranger. And let's get a little group together and stop this. It can be turned around. They don't have the zoning. I don't believe they have the zoning.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they wouldn't be talking. But this is how confident they are. This is an inside deal.
So what's the purpose of a stoplight? Are you saying a crossroad is going to be constructed as well?
Well, there's going to be an entrance there, and it's going to be busy. And I think that's the idea, to put a stoplight where, they're now obviously building an apron, so you can drive into the Dollar General. But I think there's going to be an intersection there. And in a few years, it'll look just like Yum Yums, a desert. It'll just be a desert. When I was a kid, that was a virtual park. Shell Funeral Home was on that corner. It was a series of mansions. And once you bust a block, that's the way it goes. So people, if you're listening out there, City Council tomorrow at 5, and we'll put our heads together and we'll stop this at the zoning commission on the 10th.
Okay. All righty, Franklin.
What do you think, Russ? What's your opinion? You're from the real world where they don't build Dollar Generals on the front lawn of trophy houses.
Yeah, I'm against that taking place, especially when there's so many other ones within a 1 mile, even a half a mile radius of where this is going in. And then, I'm getting tired of money being able to break the rules. Not that and believe
that's
me,
a very good description.
I don't, and believe me, I don't harbor ill will, or I don't envy anybody or anybody that has money. I absolutely do not. They have, in most cases, have worked very hard to earn what money they have, and they are free to invest that money how they see fit. I have no problem with that. I do have a problem, though, when that money is used to skirt the rules.
Well, especially in an egregious situation like that. I mean, that lot was excluded from zoning. It was legal chicanery that got the thing heard in court. The city backed down because they said, well, we can't, continue to answer these lawsuits. Well, quite simply, if the city engineer, John Ober, made the mistake in representing it to the developers, then you would think that the city's errors and omissions insurance would pay for the city's mistake. The city wouldn't have to pay, you see, but the city very, very quickly folded, although they did try. And I simply couldn't believe that this would even be entertained, but it's, as you say, big money wins and the people lose. That neighborhood has more history than most cities. Not so much the Craig Mansion, but everything from a Francis Neutra house, which is behind the Craig property, to the invention of the Big Mac and the intersection of the two largest Indian trails on the East Coast in front of BF. And, for a Dollar General.
Yeah.
And what does this do for investment in Uniontown when you advertise? You know, it's a poverty store. Let's be honest. Dollar General.
Yeah,
When you see that,
that's something that, you know, companies look at when they're looking to, you know, when they're considering relocating, expanding, or whatever. I mean, that's one of the barometers they look at. You know, how many? I'm not picking on Dollar General, but in this case, yes. How many Dollar General stores are there? You know, when and that tells a lot about the area.
and Dollar Generals have proliferated in Fayette County like ringworm at summer camp.
Yes.
You know, and what they say is a poverty-level economy. What they say is urban decay.
Yeah.
And to put it on a main drag on the front lawn of a trophy house next to a school
Yeah.
is crazy.
Yeah. All right.
So people,
Frank,
city
I gotta
council,
run.
city council tomorrow at 4, and don't run too hard. It's hot out there.
All righty. Thanks, Frank. Gotta run. Bye-bye. Hey,
You
I
looking
got,
for a quality
well,
pre-owned
there you go.
vehicle?
I got to
Well,
take a
look
quick
no
break.
more.
So the caller
Over
online, I'll
200
get to you as
vehicles,
soon as
Gary's
I can.
Auto Sales is the largest used car dealer in the area. Whether you want a car, a truck, or an SUV, you'll absolutely find what you're looking for at Gary's. Gary's has been in business since 1974. You can visit them online at garysautosales.com, or you can give them a call at 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales. Many miles, many smiles.
Are you considering a project design and don't know where to start? K2 Engineering offers a wide range of professional civil, architectural, and municipal services to meet your individual project needs. Our versatility, combined with our personalized approach, is what sets us apart as a full-service engineering and consultation firm. To learn more about our services, please visit us on the web at www.k2engineering.net. K2 Engineering, where customer service is our priority.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest, now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Hi, this is State Representative Charity Grim-Krupa, and I'm personally inviting you to the Liberty Bell Ball. On Friday, July 3rd, join us as we celebrate America's 250th birthday at the Hopwood Social Hall. This historic evening will feature music, dancing, and an unforgettable atmosphere, celebrating freedom, faith, and the American spirit. Formal attire is encouraged but not required. Patriotic and Western wear are always welcome. And this year, you could become our first Miss Liberty Bell or Mr. Lafayette in our exciting People's Choice Contest, honoring patriots who embody liberty and love of country. The Liberty Bell Ball is also a political fundraiser, supporting my continued work as your state representative. Tickets are available now on Eventbrite, or find us on Facebook at Charity Grim-Krupa for PA Rep. Don't miss the Liberty Bell Ball, Friday, July 3rd, where Fayette County will celebrate America 250 and party like it's 1776. May God bless America. Paid for by Charity for PA Rep.
Wind, hail, sudden leaks. When your roof takes a beating, we're here for you at AR Roofing and Remodeling. We're a locally and veteran-owned contractor, available 24/7 for repairs. As an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor, we get the job done right. Call 724-550-3064 or visit arremodels.com for your free estimate.
AR Roofing, never settle.
Economy Furnace Heating and Air is your hometown HVAC team for America's 250th celebration of freedom. Celebrate the freedom to choose comfort and savings. When you call Economy, you get excellent service and local expertise that knows our weather and our neighbors. Celebrate freedom, family, and home comfort. Economy Furnace Heating and Air is proud to partner with Amana, an all-American-made company built on hardworking values and dependability. What's a birthday celebration without presents? Until July 4th, Economy Furnace is offering $250 off any air conditioner installation. In appreciation and gratitude, Economy Furnace Heating and Air is proud to offer all military veterans, with a valid ID, a 25% discount on a clean and tune or a needed repair. We are honored to serve our veterans. Call Economy Furnace at 724-438-4575 before the season heats up. Economy is ready to help today.
For economy, price, and quality service, call Economy Furnace.
Uniontown Liquidation Outlet wants to thank you for borrowing our special pay at 2025. Come shop with us for the lowest prices around. We have toys, home goods, tools, electronics, and much more. We offer layaway, so stop in today and ask us how it works. We are located inside the Uniontown Mall.
The Uniontown Liquidation Outlet. Visit us on Facebook, Uniontown Liquidation Outlet.
Hope to see you soon.
Having Hicks & Baugh's drugstore in Uniontown means reliable, quality, and friendly service. Pharmacists Stephen Harper and Seth Miller are ready to answer your health questions and handle all your prescriptions. They offer free delivery, mail-out service, and accept all utility payments, all part of their good neighbor way of doing business. Visit Hicks & Baugh's at 304 Morgantown Street in Uniontown or call 724-437-2828. Open Monday to Friday, 9 to 6, and Saturday until 3.
Experiencing symptoms of COPD? Frontier Clinical Research in Scottsdale has been selected to conduct a clinical research study, and participants are needed. All study-related care will be provided at no cost, and no health insurance is required. Compensation up to $2,200 for qualified participants for time and travel. To learn more, call Frontier Clinical Research in Scottsdale at 724-220-5281. That's Frontier Clinical Research in Scottsdale at 724-220-5281.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is Open Conversation, 724-438-4593. Hello, thanks for holding and welcome to the show.
Hey, Russ. I'm sorry I had to wait so long. Hey, I got a trivia question for you.
Okay, who am I talking with?
This is Andy.
Hey, Andy.
The song starts out, was the 3rd of June, okay?
Yep.
It was in the country vein. What was the name of the song and who was the artist?
The lyric rings a bell, but I'm not coming up with a name right now.
Nothing, huh?
No.
Okay. It was called The Ode to Billy Joe.
Okay.
It was by Bobby Gentry.
Ah, okay.
We're talking 1967.
Okay. Well, did Vicki Lawrence do a cover on that then?
It's possible, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you may be right.
Uh-huh. All right. or am I thinking jumping off the Tallahatchie Bridge?
Yes.
Same
one
song?
Uh-huh. She wrote the song. I think Bobby Gentry wrote that song, too.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
Something different.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Okay, Russ. Thank you.
Thanks, Andy.
All righty.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hello. Welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Good afternoon, Russ. It's Jesse.
Hey, Jesse.
Hey, Russ. Years ago, I used to live on lower South Mount Vernon Avenue.
Okay.
Out there where there's houses, like company houses. You know what I'm talking about?
I think I know what you're talking about.
Continental One.
Okay. No.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
That's at the lower end. From your studio, it's at the lower end of South Mount Vernon. When I lived out there, there was nothing there.
Mm-hmm.
I had to walk to Food Land in Uniontown to get my groceries and walk back.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was no businesses, nothing out there except 2 bars and a laundromat. But now, today, and there was a St. Joseph Church, which moved to another location, of course. But anyway, they tore all that out of there. But anyway, if I lived there today and I walked out my back door, I would be in Dollar General parking lot.
Mm.
Can you believe that? That's how close my house would have been to Dollar General.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. And now there's everything out there. Of course, the Dollar General, and you got the YMCA out there. You got Casey's Restaurant, the best restaurant in Uniontown. And you know, everything grew up out there business-wise. Now, but when I lived out there was out there.
Mm-hmm.
Wasteland.
Oh.
But anyway,
well,
that's all I got to say. But that's how close my house was to the Dollar General that that's out there now.
Yeah, and before that, it was a pharmacy, a general store, and they used to advertise here on WMBS, and I can't remember the name of that pharmacy general store there.
Yeah, Jan and Jeff's. It was across the street from where I lived.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah. But where the Dollar General sits right at this moment was where St. Joseph's Church was.
Okay.
But anyway, but that's that's getting to your Dollar General conversation. But that's how close these people that live there now got to put up with that.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, and I think it's just a shame that somebody wants to put one in where they're putting it in.
Yeah.
Did
you know that the next NASA mission they're talking about, constructing things on the moon for when the astronauts get there? There'll be stuff there already, right?
Yep. Yes, they are. I don't think it's the next mission, but it's in the pipeline. Yes.
Yeah, but they didn't tell you what it is.
Well, they want to build a permanent housing, basically, to start off with.
No. They're building a Dollar General there. I'll leave you with that, Russ. Have a good day.
All right, Jesse. Thanks.
Bye, Russ.
Thanks for the call.
Well, maybe that's not such a bad. I mean, aliens need to stop someplace, and stock up on junk food. I'm sure they like junk food as well, so that'd be a good place to go, right? Get a 99-cent can of Chef Boyardee SpaghettiOs, right? So not maybe. And there's a good question though. What do aliens pay with? I don't know. I wonder what the cash exchange rate is on alien money. 724-438-4593. Both lines are open. So Andy called in with the first line of a song. If you want to do the same, be my guest. So I remember that song and it rang a bell with me, but it's been quite some time since I've heard. And I remember Vicki Lawrence singing that. I'm pretty sure it was Vicki Lawrence singing that. Vicki Lawrence, she used to be on the Carol Burnett show, right? She had a bit of a singing career, and I think she had a hit. That became a hit for her. So 724-438-4593.
Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Russ, this is Paul.
Hey, Paul.
Hey, I heard on the news about those recalls, so I just called our local dealership here.
Yeah.
And in the mountains, that's where I bought, because I don't care for our Ford downtown, but I gave them my VIN numbers and stuff because I got a Maverick, a 22 Maverick.
Okay.
And he said, so his knowledge, there ain't no recalls on no Rangers or nothing. Not that they know of. They haven't heard anything. So
wow.
He said, if you get something in the mail, bring it up or could give us a call.
Yeah,
So
this was specifically a news article I read online. It was just announced today, so maybe the dealers don't have it fully yet.
Well, it's possible. He said that's possible.
Yeah.
But it sounded real serious, you know what I mean? It's like scary,
Well, you're going down the road, and all of a sudden your wheel collapses underneath you, because I think that's what would happen if that ball joint failed. The tire would collapse underneath the vehicle.
The only recall I ever had on this truck, and I got 28,000 miles on it, is that battery, and they put a brand new battery in it.
Okay.
And so, it was something about the batteries could short out or something.
Sure. Okay.
All right, Russ.
All right.
That's all I wouldn't.
Okay.
Thank you, buddy.
Hey, Paul, appreciate it. Bye-bye.
All right, buddy. Bye-bye.
All right, both lines are open. No waiting. Give me a buzz. 724-438-4593. We are about 12 minutes from end of today's show. So plenty of time for you to give me a buzz, plenty of time to have some conversation. So I'll
I want to hear from you. 724-438-4593. All right. Yeah. Okay, so, the song that Andy referenced, I don't know whether that would be considered a one-hit wonder, but is there a one-hit wonder that you are particularly fond of, one of your favorite songs? And, one-hit wonder, the definition can kind of vary a little bit, I guess. So it's a song by a artist, made the charts, didn't necessarily have to be number one, but still made the charts, maybe came close. But that was pretty much the only time anything you heard from them. The only song there that ever did anything from. So for you, what was that song? What was that song? So I've got a couple I'm happy to share with you. One was the name of the group, odd, of course, so many of them are odd, Sniffing the Tears. And the song was Driver's Seat. Enjoy that one a lot. And for the longest time, I hated this one hit wonder, but I came to enjoy it. Starland Vocal Band, Afternoon Delight. 2 one-hit wonder songs that they both opposite, not that they're opposite, but they're not Led Zeppelin, let's put it that way. But I enjoyed those songs.
Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
I just want to tell you that the name of the drugstore on South Mount Vernon, that was Gabriel's.
Gabriel's, thank you very much.
Gablers,
Gablers, that's right, Gablers.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much for bringing that name back to my memory there. I know they were a longtime advertiser here, and they were a great neighborhood drugstore, and I would even say country store, because they had a lot of things in
they did.
Yeah, in their store. So and to think of it now as a Dollar General is
It just wasn't a drugstore. They sold merchandise too.
Yes.
And some food.
Yeah. You know what? And that's how drugstores used to be.
Yeah.
They were. My grandfather in Indiana. He was a pharmacist. He owned his own store, and it was the same thing. He had a little ice cream parlor there, and you could buy other goods as well as your pharmaceutical needs. So yes.
Yep. That's right. They always had the soda fountain.
Yep, the good old days.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Hey, thank you for your call. I appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
Hey, to the caller that just got online, too, I got to take my last break of the afternoon. Want to give you plenty of time to chat, so let me take care of this break, and I promise you will be first up after this.
Do you enjoy luxury? Well, Live Casino wants to put you in the driver's seat. Ignite your drive and win a new Mercedes-Benz. Look for the specially marked slot machines near the cocktail bar and play daily for your chance to win. All it takes is one bet. Sit down, swipe in, and you could ride off in a new Mercedes-Benz GLC 300. Make your move at Live Casino, Route 30 at Westmoreland Mall. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The weather's warming up, and those big outdoor projects are calling. So, who are you going to call? Well, no. How about you call 3P Excavating and Plumbing of Smithfield? From French drains and septic systems to site prep for homes and buildings, plus driveway and utility line clearing, 3P's does it all. Get your property ready the right way. Call 3P Excavating and Plumbing today at 724-880-5215 or find them on Facebook. It's spring, and everything is growing, and Madewell Services is here to help. They offer full lawn care service, including spring cleanups, mulching, landscaping and planting, weekly grass cutting, power washing, and more. Madewell Services also provides professional cleaning services for your home or office, moving in or out service, party cleanups, weekly cleanings, and junk removal. Licensed and insured for peace of mind. Call Madewell Services today at 724-912-1805. That's 724-912-1805 for a free estimate.
Bright Stripe, Bay County's premier asphalt seal coating professionals. Locally owned by Matt and Lexi George, Bright Stripe specializes in residential and commercial asphalt seal coating, also excelling in line striping and layouts, thermoplastic, and infrared asphalt repair. Bright Stripe has succeeded due to their commitment to quality work for 30 years. Bright Stripe, 724-437-6090, or visit bright-stripe.com. BRITE-stripe.com.
Find your place in the sun for fun this summer with First Federal of Greene County. Dreaming of a backyard refresh? Leverage your existing home equity and ask about a home improvement or home construction loan. First Federal will help you dive into any new project. A swimming pool, patio, outdoor kitchen, even a new driveway or garage. Whatever floats your boat. Visit with a First Federal loan officer today or apply online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings Loan Association of Greene County. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 458729.
When you need notary services, trust the best. Sandy Howell Notary Services, back-to-back gold medal winner for Best Notary in Fayette County. They're here for you with extended hours to fit your schedule. Sandy Howell's also the 2025 gold medal winner for Best Title Company. Open Monday through Friday, 10 to 8:30, and Saturdays, 9 to 5. Call 724-564-8955 today for Sandy Howell Notary Services, where excellence is signed and sealed.
Is your favorite chair at home starting to look like it's seen better days? Are the arms tearing away from years of use? I bet the footrest doesn't even work. What color is it, really? At this point, who knows? Wouldn't it be wonderful to get a brand new Lazy Boy recliner? Chesler's Fine Furniture on Route 51 north of Uniontown is your Lazy Boy recliner headquarters, with prices starting at just $429. You can nap in comfort in a recliner that's just right for you. Choose from fabrics or leather, manual or power, and some of our models have massage settings and power headrests too. The chairs are all in stock at Chesler's. There's surely one to fit your needs. If there's someone with special needs in your home, Chesler's has the largest selection of lift recliners in a variety of colors, sizes, and some with heat and massage settings in stock for immediate delivery. Credit terms are available. Chesler's Fine Furniture, where customers send their friends.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. Open conversation, 724-438-4593. Hello, thanks for holding, and welcome to the show.
Hey, guess what? It's Ben Loman.
Hey, Ben, how you doing?
Do you remember me?
I do. I have a vague recollection, yes.
Yeah, I figured I better start calling you once in a while again, or else you're going to get mad at me or forget about me or something like that.
I think that's impossible.
Hey, listen, you're pretty well versed in music and stuff. Let me give you one here. My sister had the album, used to listen to it all the time. Iron Butterfly in the Gata de Vida.
Absolutely. Great drum
you
solo.
You remember that one?
I do. In fact, my high school marching band, our main cadence, marching cadence, was patterned after the drum solo in Inagata de Vida.
The drum solo?
Yeah.
Oh, brother.
Yep.
That's a long, dragged-out song there and everything, but, I got a copy of that on CD. I still listen to it every once in a while. I throw it in.
I got the album.
It's still a good listen.
Yes, it is.
You know, even though it's from like 1967 or something like that.
Yes.
It really is.
Yeah.
But hey, one other thing, unless you want to keep talking about music, I'm good with that. But the Craig Mansion.
Yes.
I was good friends with a person. He just passed away about maybe 6 months ago, 8 months ago, something like that.
Okay.
His family, years back, I guess going back a couple hundred years, it started. His last name was Craig, and his family owned all that land up there.
Wow.
There was a big farm up there
Uh-huh.
where
Craig Street is, and back where Craig Meadows is, all the way down below the shopping center and everything like that. And as a matter of fact, he and his family, they lived in that mansion on the third floor for a good while when he was younger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty interesting to talk about, and we had become pretty good friends about the last 7 or 8 years, but we knew each other a little bit professionally before that for a good many years, always on good terms and everything. And we'd go to lunch together and stuff and everything, and, sit and talk about it. And I'd mention that proposal about building that Dollar General there, and he would just shake his head. He said, I can't believe they're going to do something like that.
Yeah.
Driving past there and looking at that mansion, glancing over with all those nice, I think they were sycamore trees, and the mansion sitting down there way back off the road and everything. That was a pretty pleasant view.
Absolutely.
In an urban environment,
The trees were magnificent. They truly were. Truly were.
But Russ, with that school right there, and the way during,
I agree, but hey, Ben, I'd love to chat some more, but I'm out of time.
Okay.
All righty?
I got you.
You have a great one. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, we are out of time. Fox News is just around the corner, and followed by TJ with the local news, sports, and weather. This is WMBS Uniontown. It is 3 o'clock.
Change is coming to California. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. That message repeated a short time ago by Steve Hilton as the Republican holds a narrow lead in the California governor's race over Democrat Javier Becerra. The top 2 of more than 60 candidates will advance to November.
We're going to fight for you. We're going to fight for change, and we won't let you down.
Hilton also just announcing his team is studying expanded tax cuts after initially proposing no state income tax on the first $100,000 of income. Hilton has about a 2% lead over Becerra so far, with less than 60% of the expected vote in. The race for L.A. mayor will head to a runoff after no one got more than 50% of the vote. Democratic Mayor Karen Bass has the lead, with Republican Spencer Pratt in second place as that count also continues. Israel and Lebanon holding more talks in Washington as fighting continues between Israel and Iran-backed Hezbollah in Lebanon.
We are hopeful that we can create a paradigm in which Lebanon's government and Israel can work together to disarm Hezbollah and allow the people of Lebanon to reclaim its country. But it's complex.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio spending a second day on Capitol Hill reassuring law